It's week 3 of the National Football League,
where we'll see a brawl inside the NFC South.
It's the Bucs and the Saints, and it comes your way next.
From a city that has hosted 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the New Orleans Saints. Oh. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They're led onto the field by the former Cal Bear and the #1 overall pick in 2016, Jared Goff.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes, because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
On second down, they'll run with White. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. They keep it on the ground. White again. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll try the air now with Goff. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete. When you look at the Saints defense, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This is taken at the 15. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their 3rd-year quarterback.
And you'd think as a young QB there'd be some nerves leaving an offense out to start a game, but haven't seen any sign of them right now. And speaking with him earlier this week, sensed that the pressure wouldn't get to him. He feels comfortable being the face of this offense and shouldering the expectations on game day, even if he doesn't quite have the years of experience other quarterbacks do.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. The Saints at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Hayner sets to throw it. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First catch there for Evans, good enough for a 1st down. They run straight ahead here with White. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. The numbers for White a week ago: 18 carries, 65 yards.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold him a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
This now a 3rd and 4. Goff now to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot him? They say just outside the 20-yard line. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Hayner looking to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Kamara. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a pickup of 12. 2nd play in a row with a 12-yard gain. Off the play fake, Hayner. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bucs will take over here just shy of the 30.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Out of the gun. Goff. He gets it over the middle to Palmer. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Quick pass out wide. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. To throw is Haener. They'll get this out to Kamara. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Tampa Bay offense set to go again. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw on target to Godwin here. 2nd down and 8. Here's a toss right side with White. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment, defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Goff now looks to throw. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Here's Jake Camarda now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And it's taken in at the 9. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here are the Saints to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Haener flushed out right. And his throw here's incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Now Haener. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Flush to his right. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. On 1st and 10, Goff. That's completed right side to Palmer. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Goff. Here's White. They set up the screen. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 1st down Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Goff's throw taken in by Evans here. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. To the air again. Goff. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Goff. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the 1st half. Goff now looking to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Cade York on now for the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. York able to send this one through, and that will tie us at 3-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And the Saints going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 14 yards is the pickup, first down, New Orleans. And, you know, he may not have the franchise tag, but I bet they're relieved to have that deal done, keep him around.
And he's a good guy, a valuable player to them, and they wanted to make sure they had him around. Good team chemistry, always hard to find, and when you've got it, you don't want to let it get away.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this one is right down Broadway. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. But no break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that's another throw that could have been intercepted. Part of this, you credit the defense. They've been really stingy. But he's also made some really questionable throws, and that's another one right there.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. They start the drive with White. They'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through, No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That catch is number 819 of his career. It ties him with Hall of Famer Steve Largent,
who did things largely below the radar. Not this guy. 819 catches. That speaks loudly in volumes.
On first down, it's gone. And that'll be incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. And this is caught by Evans. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Here is 3rd down and 4. Now this is going to be a quarterback draw. No, bottled up. It's out. It's loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara able to spin free. He's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 52 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. It was Jamel Dean who came up to make the tackle. From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 7. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Escaping the pressure right. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on 4th down, but they ran it, they got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up.
Touchdown! A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints are able to widen their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. To throw is gone. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Now it's gone. And that is incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go.
And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. Throwing on 2nd and long.
Hayner. And that's going to be incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Back now comes Tampa Bay.
And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Now Goff on 1st down.
He's got Otten.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Rashad White, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
But I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead down to 3 at 13-10. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now here live in New Orleans, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And they'll fake the jet sweep there and instead hand it Kamara.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
This is 2nd and 8. In motion right goes Reed. 2nd down, and it's Kamara again.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Hayner from the gun on 3rd down.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. Here comes the Saints punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. Fielded at the 43. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
Goff on first down.
Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Goff now to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
There's the stiff arm. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
99 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Opting to run again here with White. Skirts by at the 15. He will push his way down to about the 14.
Isaiah Foskey there on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Goff now looks to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And here, you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
A lot of pressure here for Cade York.
From the right hash, that's a 31-yard attempt.
York able to send this one through.
And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Hayner sets up play action. That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. And his kick is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
So Jared Goff in the offense. Down 16-13. A minute 15 remaining. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Goff now to throw. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Evans. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now Goff. Finds White. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Now it's Goff. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. They go with White on the counter. And some room to maneuver. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's across for the touchdown. And it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead. And also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
Extra point by York is up and good. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Hayner. He's going to let it fly. Oh, and that is incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Here comes 2nd down.
Hayner looking to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for Tampa Bay, they're into the win column now as they move to